What's up, everyone? Welcome to Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. I am Eric. I have an 18-year-old whiskey for you today. For review, Johnnie Walker 18 Blended Scotch Whiskey. As always on the channel, I'm going to give you a nose, taste, finish review of this whiskey. I'll tell you a bit about the value, give you my final thoughts, final score, leave you with a malt musing. But first, if you've yet to, do hit subscribe. That way you won't miss any of my videos, which come out every single Friday. So what is the rundown here on Johnnie Walker and its 18-year-old? So Johnnie Walker needs no introduction. Probably the biggest name, if not the biggest name, in Scotch whiskey. They are known for their blended Scotches, and this here we have is their 18-year-old expression. Bottled at 40% ABV. This is up to 18 unique Scotches, matured for at least 18 years to create a whiskey that has a rich, fruity, sweet character balanced with subtle smokiness. This comes in a really gigantic box. Nice hard cardboard. Definitely made for gift giving. Bottle itself. Here's what we're looking at. Kind of typical Johnnie Walker bottle. Got the ribbon across. It's got a little bit of a more fancy bottle, but by and large, similar to any Johnnie Walker bottle that you'll find. Interesting thing about this 18-year-old whiskey. So the Johnnie Walker 18 is actually kind of taken a lot of different evolutionary steps over the last decade or so. You may see this on your shelf called Johnnie Walker Gold 18. That was what it used to be called. Johnnie Walker Gold has now since moved to Johnnie Walker Gold Reserve. From there, it went on to be called Johnnie Walker Platinum, which was an 18-year-old whiskey. And now they are just straight up calling it Johnnie Walker 18. Here's what they have to say on the bottle. As I mentioned, this is distilled and blended and bottled in Scotland. The pursuit of the ultimate 18-year-old blend. So they are saying 18 different Scotches in here that are at least 18 years old. Here's what the box has to say. A bit more detail here on the back. Johnnie Walker 18 years is the result of a ceaseless search across Scotland for the ultimate combination of whiskeys that will enable us to create the richest and smoothest 18-year-old blended Scotch whiskey we've ever made. For this award-winning whiskey, they've personally chosen sweet, elegant flavors of Speyside classic malts, including Glenelgan, Cardew, some Highland malts, including Blair Athol. They have selected beautifully aged island malts for their subtle smokiness. So it doesn't tell you what island malts are in this. My guess is it's going to be Kalila or more even likely Talisker. So that is where we might get the smokiness from. Got some tasting notes on the bottom here, which we will avoid. And a little bit more just advertising about their stuff. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, now that we've talked a bit about the bottle, let's get this whiskey in the glass, see what we're working with. As I mentioned, 40% ABV. Guarantee this has been chill filtered, guarantee that they have added color to this, but that is what we're looking at. Johnnie Walker 18. Okay. Let's get into the nose, y'all. Subtle nose. Nothing really jumping out of the glass. Dark fruit, raisin. There's a little whiff of a smokiness. Very, very faint. Maybe slight grape note, red grape. Yeah, really, really subdued nose here. Not a whole lot to report back. A little bit of a bright red fruit note too, and a slight tropical fruit. Again, none of them are prominent enough that you can really put a name on it. It's just kind of there. So sweet, fruity, slight smoke. Let's give it a taste. Cilantro. Soft and full-bodied on the arrival. Sweetness, vanilla, caramel, toffee. And then it really, really kicks into high gear as it develops. You get a dried fruit note. I'm thinking orange, apricot, Kind of a dark fruit, maybe fig, sweet dark fruits, slight toffee note again through that development. Little bit of smoke, little bit of peat almost, that kind of effervescent peat note. Not a smoky whiskey by any stretch, but there's a little bit of it in here working really nice. As it goes into the finish, medium finish, drying, you're left with dates, raisins, a bit of dark fruit, dark chocolate, slight coffee note, far in the background. And a little bit of menthol. Menthol, alcohol, kind of walking the fine line there. Okay, let's put a little bit of water on this. At 40% ABV, I worried to drown this. I am going to just do a drop. So again on the nose, timid. This is a quiet whiskey on the nose. Even with the addition of water, still just getting the fruit notes, slight sweetness. It smells warm and rich, but you're just not getting a lot of prominent notes jumping out of the glass here. Slight toffee, slight honey. Yeah. Nose is still pretty coy with us here. We'll go in for a taste now with water. The bread and butter of this whiskey is definitely on the palate. Again, arrives soft but full. Medium viscosity. As it kicks in, a lot of those similar notes: dried vanilla, dried honey, dry toffee. Fruit notes are there as well, kind of in the background, that wisp of almost charcoal smoke just hanging around, mixing with kind of a dark chocolate note. It's not a full heavy whiskey, definitely in that medium range. As it goes into the finish, slight herbal note, slight grassy note. Again, vanilla, a lot of dried fruit, caramel. Hanging on for about a medium finish here. We'll do one more taste. The fruit notes, while this is 18 years, 18 different whiskeys in here. There's definitely bourbon influenced whiskeys in here. There's definitely sherry influenced whiskeys. A lot happening. You get a decent amount of complexity. Okay, so Johnnie Walker 18. Bottle of this going to run you in that $75 to $85 range USD, perhaps just a little bit more. Decent price for an 18-year-old blend. Kind of right in line with other 18-year-old blends you might find like Chivas Regal. Okay. All right. So I guess I would say that this is it's a solid value. Definitely not exclusive. I mean, you're gonna be able to find Johnnie Walker 18 pretty much anywhere. Okay. So final thoughts here on Johnnie Walker 18. This is a good 18-year-old blend, no doubt about it. It's got a lot of complexity. It's giving you both bourbon notes and traditional sherry notes. There's nothing in here that's going to wow you, but as a solid expression of what an 18-year-old whiskey can really do, the age, the barrel influence, I think this is blended very well. And there's a lot going on. It would be great if this was up at 43%, like the Johnnie Walker 15, which at about $20 lower, and I think is just a bit of a better value. You're getting a little bit more of a smoky assertiveness out of that 15. I think the flavors are a little bit more bold, and that extra 3% ABV makes all the difference. That said, this is a nice elegant sipping counterpart for that. Nothing to sneeze at for sure, but it's not going to wow you either. So my final score on the Johnnie Walker 18 is going to be a solid 3 out of 5, which is that I definitely recommend trying this. Grab a bottle if you find it at a good price, especially if you find it in that 75 or lower range, pick it up. Okay, y'all. That is my review of Johnnie Walker 18 blended Scotch whiskey. I'm going to send you over to your malt musing while I enjoy the rest of this dram, and I will catch you next Friday here on Malt Muser Whiskey Reviews. Cilantro, y'all.